Hey guys, Drifter here. We're back with another video about Modern Warfare 2, but this time, instead of talking about the top 10 things we don't want in the game, I want to talk about the things that I do want to see in Modern Warfare 2. This is sort of my Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer wish list, and since that'll come out just before Warzone 2, I'm going to go ahead and roll Warzone 2 into this video as well. So of my top 10, be mostly Modern Warfare 2, but some Warzone 2 related requests as well. And this was inspired by a tweet just like the last one. You as the community had a lot of suggestions about what to put into the game, and some of that I've included in my list, and some of it's just more personal to me. If you want to see more personal content, more spicy stuff, a lot of food reviews, and just kind of weird opinions, you can go follow me on Twitter. I'm very, very active there. But for now, let's talk about Modern Warfare 2. My number one want, what I really genuinely want from this game, and maybe even from Warzone 2 as well, is a ranked mode with a simple elo system. We have not had a functional ranked mode since literally Black Ops 2. Every year they add a ranked mode, and every year they try to reinvent the wheel and do some crazy thing, like Cold War had diamonds or gems or something, and COD World War II had it to where it doesn't count as a loss if you quit, which is weird, and all sorts of just goofy, weird stuff to make ranked kind of unfun and impossible to play. I would like a very simple, bare bones ranked mode that just mirrors whatever in the world MLG is doing, and you get ranked based on elo, just a chess elo, 0 to a couple of thousand, chop it up into a couple of brackets and put people wherever you want them, and that's it. Basic elo system. And I also think for a ranked mode, you shouldn't really include console or PC filtering. It should be crossplay, and whoever is good, be they console or PC, just rises to the top, and I would kind of ignore that kind of matchmaking. So ranked mode would be great, or at the very least, since we're going to have ranks and skill-based matchmaking in pubs and even Battle Royale, we should be able to see our elo. Even a non-ranked elo, like our general skill level in the game, we should be able to see, so we can know where we're at and who we should be matched against. Next up is definitely a fantasy feature, which is Battle Royale matches with 250 to maybe 1,000 players. So right now, BR in Call of Duty is one of the bigger ones at 150 players, and you would think that's a lot of people to kill, a lot of fun, but on a huge map like Caldera or Verdansk, odds are you're not going to get in that many gunfights unless you're playing super aggressive. And if we're going to have gigantic, absurd maps with Caldera, which may have kaijus in the future or whatever, I feel like we could use some more players. I think 250 would be a safe bet, 250 player Battle Royale. I would love to see 1,000 player Battle Royale. I'd hate to see those servers, but I think it would be super fun to win first place out of 1,000 people. Would be downright amazing. We're going to talk about servers later. That's absolutely at odds with having good servers, but I would also like to see crossplay with mobile. I know we've got COD Mobile, and there's rumors that they're developing a Warzone mobile or Modern Warfare 2 like counterpart app thing or something. We have Apex Legends mobile now, Fortnite mobile. I think it's time for Warzone or Call of Duty to have a mobile mode that can cross over with the main game. Now, COD Mobile is really hot. It's doing well. It plays well, but you can't play any of the maps, modes, characters, whatever on PC. I would love to see more of a cross-compatibility mode, kind of like Fortnite. That would be amazing. That's sort of a pie-in-the-sky feature. More specific to Modern Warfare 2, I would like to see a return of the hyper-realistic guns. So Modern Warfare 2, I feel like was a gun, sorry, Modern Warfare 1, 2019, was like a guns and ammo magazine demo. Everything was realistic, from the way that you loaded the guns, to chambering the rounds, to where they eject, and the gas and the smoke, and tons and tons and tons of little details that just made it so good. Your guns could even get dirty and stuff, and I loved it. Unfortunately, Black Ops Cold War and Call of Duty Vanguard did not have this same level of attention when it comes to guns. Cold War just didn't. They were a little bit more cartoony, and Vanguard did sort of, but it was very unrealistic and weird. I want those real guns coming back from Modern Warfare. That made it really, really fun. Number 5 for me is for the entire game, Battle Royale and everything. I would like to see a vastly improved color palette and lighting system. As of right now, Call of Duty is dark, it's brown, it's gritty, smoky, and I feel like they're kind of filming it like the end fight in a Marvel action movie where it's all dusty and stuff. I don't want that. I don't think anybody wants that. If you look at the top 2 Battle Royale games right now, it's Fortnite and Apex. Bright, punchy, vibrant colors. You can always see what's going on. There's no misunderstanding what's happening. No dark corner McDougals. And I know that those aren't like tactical shooters like COD. And then in a COD, you want to have some element of hiding and stealth and camouflage. but it shouldn't be all dark shadows and beaming sunlight and single color palette maps. It should be something a little brighter, a little better, and with more diffuse light instead of just like this side of the map is well lit and this side of the map is blinding when you look at the sun. Number 6 is also Modern Warfare specific. I would like to see Ground War return, but on steroids minus the tanks. So Ground War was insanely fun for me in Modern Warfare 2019. It is exactly what I wanted out of a Ground War mode. And honestly, it did Battlefield better than Battlefield did Battlefield the last couple of years. I could snipe people, I could run and gun and go for 8-man feeds, I could use vehicles, C4s, there was so much fun stuff. It was chaotic, it was a mess. If you didn't know how to play it, if you weren't that great at it, it's kind of a pub stomping game, to be honest. Yeah, it may not be as fun. Yeah, there's a lot of streaks in the air, but I had a tremendous amount of fun with it. I'd love to see Ground War come back bigger, badder, better than ever, but with a few less tanks. I don't mind the vehicles, and I don't mind the tanks. I did mind that when one team was losing, they would just respawn tanks almost constantly, so there would just be so many on the map you can't even do anything about it. Number 7 is I would like to see slightly more realistic bullet velocity from this game. So Modern Warfare 2019 was one of the first CoD games to go true projectile only instead of a hybrid system like Black Ops 4 before it. But one of the things that it did is it found that if you put in the realistic muzzle velocities of bullets, that some of them end up being almost OP because a lot of the maps are kind of small, right? Most of your engagements are at 30 meters or less. And at 30 meters, even the relatively low muzzle velocities of things like pistols and SMGs are still pretty much instant. They're kind of like lasers. That's how it works in real life. And it felt a little weird in the game that the rifle would kill just as fast as a SMG at that kind of range. So for a lot of the SMGs and pistols, they artificially lowered the bullet velocity, and they did the same for the assault rifles and LMGs a little bit too, and some specialty weapons. I would like to see slightly faster bullets, a little bit more realistic, a little bit less need to lead them under 30 meters, and if we're doing Battle Royale, a little bit less at super long ranges. I totally get there needs to be some, but I feel like they cheesed it a little bit right there. On that same topic, my number 8 is I would like to see generally better hit reg and a lag comp system, not only for multiplayer, but also for Warzone. That is completely at odds with asking for more people. If I want more people on the map, that tick rate is going to go down, down, down. But I think just it's totally fair to just ask for better servers, ask for higher tick rates, modern tick rates, 60 hertz tick rates, 48 tick rate would be totally fine by me, and maybe a more forgiving lag comp system or something. This has been a problem for 2 decades now, weird lag and super bullets and teleporting around corners, and I don't know if it'll ever be fixed, but maybe one year it will be. Number 9 is for both games, I want to see blueprints come with spare parts. So right now, let's say there's an amazing blueprint of a gun and you love it. Okay, cool. But all the attachments on it are dumb. And in order to use this blueprint and make it like competitive and battle royale or even like multiplayer, you have to change all the attachments. And by the time you're done changing out your parts, like half or maybe even 2/3 of your gun doesn't look like your cool blueprint model anymore. It looks like this Frankenstein's monster that maybe has like a dragon wing here and like a glowing eye on the other side, and this side looks like a car, and it just looks weird, right? So what I would really like to see is blueprints have some spare parts. It would be amazing if you had like epic blueprints that had one spare part of everything, so that no matter what, you know, attachment combinations you put on the gun, it would still look like that sort of really awesome blueprint. But at the very least, we could have a couple of options, like at least one suppressor, at least one compensator and one mag, and just some other options. So if I want to make some modifications to the blueprints I paid for, it doesn't punish me cosmetically in game, though that is a lot more work for the developers. Number 10 is much more specific for Modern Warfare 2 than it is for Warzone 2. That is that the score streaks should be fun. Score streaks or kill streaks or whatever kind of streaks, support streaks you put in the game, they need to be very fun and they need to have counterplay. I think in my tweet, I said I wanted the Maniac Juggernaut. That's an example of one that's extremely fun. It does have good counterplay because it's melee only. Same kind of way there's a regular Juggernaut that's slow, but he dies to one crossbow bolt if you happen to have one available. There's the AC-130 is amazing, chopper gunner, sentry gun, hand minigun, even without tanking. Whatever it is that you've got in the game, needs to be rewarding and fun, but also have counterplay. You have to be able to shoot the thing down from the sky. You have to be able to hide from it from thermal. You need to be able to be a little faster than the tanks or a little slower than a melee style person, or just something, a way to where in most situations you can kind of outplay this big streak, where there is an option available to do so. And then finally, number 11, that I promise is not a totally selfish and greedy one, is creator skins. I would love to see creator skins in the game. Fortnite's been doing this very successfully for a long time. Tim the Tatman constantly tweets about it. He has like fan-made creator skins and stuff going on too. I'd love to see creator skins. And I don't think I qualify to get a creator skin. My influence in Call of Duty is like dust down here these days. I wouldn't sell many. It wouldn't be worth the effort, but you can have all the big guys. You got like Symphony, and you can have Tim, and you can have Swag. You can have all these like huge streamers have their own skins. I think that would be really fun. That'd be really good community engagement. It would just be generally good for the game. Guys, that is all that I want from Modern Warfare 2. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that you learned something useful. If you did, don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. Drifter out.